Hello everybody! Today we're going to make a really nice recipe, a shortcrust with almond flour. But one of the main ingredients in shortcrust is butter, and today I'm going to show you how to make our own butter starting from fresh cream. So we're going to pour a fresh cream into a stand mixer with a whisk, and we're going to start whipping our cream.
Now we see that the fresh cream is starting to whip. We are going to leave it till it over whips. We're going to let it work again till it is going to become liquid. So we need at one point to cover it, otherwise it will splash out. So we're going to put a piece of paper on top of our stand mixer. At one point we're going to see that it's going to separate. So we're going to have a solid part that is our butter and a liquid part which is the buttermilk.
You can take a piece of paper, you see it's all wet. We throw this away and we're going to take our butter that it's been remained attached to the whisk. See? And here is the liquid part of the fresh cream. We're going to put our butter onto a piece of paper. So we're going to take all the water off. We carefully get all the butter. Okay, like this. It smells really, really nice. And it tastes really nice. Here we have a little bit more butter over here. Okay, fine. Now we're going to get off all the excess of water like this by pressing just a little this way. Take these off and take another one till it's completely dry. Press a little. Okay. On the other side, we're going to leave a little bit of paper, but the result is going to be really excellent. This way. I use this butter to make shortcrust, but also to make delicious chocolate fillings. And maybe in another lesson we're going to see them. Okay, now we're done. We're going to put our butter onto a piece of parchment like this. And that's it. We can close it and keep it into the fridge in this way, like a normal piece of butter. And our butter is done now. And now we're going to proceed on with the shortcrust recipe. Okay, great. Now our butter is ready because we put a little bit in the fridge. And what has left from the butter is this liquid over here. That is our buttermilk. And this one, don't throw it away, but you can use it to make a really nice red velvet. Okay, so we keep it over here. And now, so we proceed with our shortcrust. What we put first into a stand mixer with a paddle is the flour. So we're going to put flour and then our homemade butter. It's really delicious. If you taste this butter, it tastes like fresh cream. And in our shortcrust, it's going to give a flavor that's unbelievable. Okay, we're using this different method to mix our shortcrust. It's called the sanding method. I'm going to start at a slow speed. The sanding method, it's going to form like little crumbs. In this way, the butter is going to make a sort of a coat onto the flour so that it covers the molecules of the starch and the proteins of the flour, and it's going to impermeabilize the flour, and so they're going to be less vulnerable to humidity, and also after baking they're going to absorb less humidity, so our short crust is going to be more crumbly. I'll show you. I'm going to higher a little bit the speed, and I'm going to show you how it is. You see, it forms like crumbs, like this. Okay, we're ready. Let's see my hands. And now we're going to add icing sugar and almond flour straight away. So we added flour and butter. We let it go a little. Now we add icing sugar and almond flour. I like to use icing sugar in my short crust because the short crust I'm going to show you after cooked, it's going to be more smoother. It's not going to have those like sugar little dots on the sides of the short crust. So let's go again a little. Always at medium-low speed, okay? Just as it mixes properly. And now at the end we're going to add the eggs. Okay, we're going to mix them a little. Otherwise, if we don't mix them, the first thing, they won't go in mixed properly. So maybe we'll go in first the egg yolk and at the end the egg white. And if you watch my video next, in that video I explain you the difference between egg yolks and egg whites. Egg whites have got mostly water, and egg yolks has got proteins and fats. So if we put just egg whites, we're going to add just water to our mixture. And in this case we have to mix them both together. We stop now a little, and we add half of the eggs. Always don't add all at once, but let them mix half, and then we're going to add the rest. Okay, the important thing with short crust is not to let it work for too long once we add the eggs. Okay, now we add the rest of the eggs. Okay, clean everything, put everything in. Mix a little bit and then stop. Just that it forms a little dough. Okay, 1 second more and we're done. Nearly done. Okay, now we take a spoon and get everything off. You see it's mixed, but we mixed it very, very little. Otherwise, if we work it too much, we're going to form gluten, and we don't want to form gluten in our short crust because our short crust has to be crunchy and crumbly. Clean properly. Okay. And here it is. Great. Now we take a piece of plastic, we put it on a table like this, and we're going to put our short crust dough over here like this, in this way. We're going to press it and not leave like a ball dough, okay? Because in this way, if we leave it like a sort of a ball, it's going to get cold much slower. Instead, if we just spread it like this and put it in the fridge, it's going to get cold much faster, because it's very important for shortcrust to rest. So this dough, we have to leave it for at least 4 hours. Actually, I prefer to do it the day before. The more it rests, the more it's better the dough. Okay, because it's a property of the shortcrust, it has to rest. Okay. The other thing that you can do is also freeze it. Okay. At this point, you can put it into the freezer and keep it there for a month. Okay. So whenever you need your shortcrust, you don't have to go and make it, but you have it in your freezer. Okay, now we're going to cover it, close it well, and we're going to put it in our fridge for at least 4 hours, like this, and it's ready. And after the rest, we're going to see how to put it into our molds and bake it. Now our shortcrust is rested for at least 4 hours, and I've started to roll it out in 2 pieces of parchment like this, to a height of 5 millimeters. Okay, and now we're going to put it into this kind of rings. We can use this one or this one. Okay, the first thing we're going to do to make it into this kind of rings is to make the borders. So we're going to cut a little strip like this, a little bit higher than the border. We're going to roll it like this so we can manage it easier, and unroll it inside the ring like this way. Okay, we need another extra little piece like this, and squeeze the edges. Okay, now we're going to cut the center a little bit smaller than the side of the ring. Put the center inside this way. Squeeze the edges. Okay, you can see this way. And we have all this exceeding part that we're going to cut this way. Okay. With a little fork, we're going to make little holes inside. This way. And now we're going to bake it. Fine. Now we baked our shortcrust, and this is the result. Once you get out of the ring, we've got a perfect edges, as you can see, and now we can fill our shortcrust with whatever we want. If you enjoyed this lesson, follow me on Facebook and Instagram, link in the description. Leave your like and subscribe to my channel.